Record this. So, basically, before we start talking about Srila Prabhupada, let me tell you a very nice story about Krishna. Okay. So, this story goes like this. So, when Krishna had killed Kamsa in Mathura, so then he requested his parents, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya, कि आप अभी वृंदावन चले जाओ, गोकुल चले जाओ, और फिर मैं यहाँ पे हूँ, और मैं यहाँ पे, I'll spend some time with Devki and Vasudev, with his parents. So then he was there, then he handed over the kingdom to Ugrasen, his maternal grandfather. And then eventually what happened is, then his father Vasudev decided that he should be sent to Gurukul. Krishna and Balram, they should be sent to Gurukul. तो उनको गुरुकुल भेजा जाता है, और गुरुकुल भेजने के बाद सो गुरुकुल में कौन है उनके गुरु है सांदीपनि मुनि. बिल्कुल ध्यान से सुनो, क्विज है एंड में, और कुछ क्वेश्चंस इजी है, कुछ क्वेश्चन डिफिकल्ट है. सो यू कैन आल्सो टेक नोट्स. ओके, सो यू कैन टेक नोट्स एंड ट्राई टू स्कोर 100% इन द क्विज. सो उनके गुरु है सांदीपनि मुनि. सो Krishna Balram, they go to Sandipani Muni's place, and they stay there for around 65 days, 64 days, and then they learn many different kind of things. Yeah, they learn Vedas, they learn Upanishad, they learn different types of art, different type of skills, everything they learn during their stay in Sandipani Muni's place. And after, and you see how Krishna is sitting, Krishna and Balram, you see how they are sitting in front of Sandipani Muni. Abhi Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. He says, Vedesha Sarva Ahameva Vedya. He is the knower of the Vedas. He is the one from whom Vedas have come. Yeah. So he is knower of everything. From everything emanates from him. Yeah. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Matah sarva pravartate. Everything comes from him. The knowledge comes from him. Intelligence comes from him. Vedas comes from him. Everything comes from him. Right? But see how he's sitting in front of his guru, and how he is taking the knowledge which his guru is giving him. Yeah. So he and Balram, they're sitting down. Guru is sitting at an elevated place, and Krishna and Balram, even then there Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead, is sitting down on with his hands folded in the first row, enthusiastically learning from his guru. Right? So after when he learns from his guru, he then he tells his, he wants to know that, if he can give some guru dakshina to his guru. अभी उसके गुरु का क्या हुआ होता है कि उसके गुरु का बेटा कोई some Rakshasa, some demon has taken his son, his guru's son. So what happens is he has taken his son. So then he says, if you can just, the guru says that if you
Mataji, your voice is breaking.
And he says that, if you can give back my son. So Krishna says, yes, of course, why not? So then he goes to the ocean of Prabhasa. He goes to the ocean of, is it still breaking?
Sorry to interrupt, your voice is actually suddenly not audible and then it gets audible again. It's breaking actually.
Achha. I think let me know, okay, once it just goes up, then I'll switch to hotspot. If it happens again. Yeah? So what happens is that he says, Krishna says, okay, no problem, I'll get you your son back. So he goes to the ocean of Prabhasa. And there he calls for his for his son. So ocean sunta nahi, aate nahi baat, unko bahut gussa aata hai, I'll dry over the entire ocean. So then this ocean Raj jo bhi hai, he comes out and he says, sorry, I have not taken your son, but there was this demon Panchajana. Yeah, he has taken your son. So then he says, where is he? He might be hiding in the ocean. So then he just goes into the ocean. Yeah, Krishna Balram just goes into the ocean. They kill this demon, but they are not able to find their guru's son. Then Krishna goes to Yamraj. Yeah, he goes straight away to Yamraj. Now Yamraj receiving me. See, Yamraj is a devotee of Krishna. Understand this? Yamraj is a devotee of Krishna. When he goes to Yamraj, Yamraj is super happy. Wow, Krishna has come. Krishna Balram has come. They just receive him very lovingly. Dhol, Kashi, sab bajate hain, and they just receive Krishna very happily. They're very happy Krishna has come there. So when he goes there, so Krishna says,
voice is breaking again.
Still it is breaking. Okay, let me switch to the hotspot. 1 second. So now I have switched to the hotspot. In case it still breaks, then let it. Yeah. So then what happens is this yeah, so Yamaraj receives him very nicely. And when then Krishna says that I have one request. I want my guru's son back. So he said, अच्छा वो यहाँ पे आए क्या? तो हाँ मैं चेक करता हूँ फिर अपना बुक लेता है वो आईपैड लेता है और चेक करता है अरे ये है क्या ये कह रहे हाँ ये यहाँ पे है. So then of course Krishna can do anything. किसी को भी he can give life. मारे कृष्णा राखे
Mataji,
को.
it is getting worse.
It is
It
getting
is
worse.
breaking even more, Mataji.
अच्छा.
Now we can't even see you. Now we can.
अरे
The internet is.
what
You're
do I do now?
frozen.
Yes, Mataji, you are frozen.
अच्छा now
Yes, Mataji.
is it better?
Yes,
Is it
Mataji,
better?
but you are again and again freezing. No, Mataji, you are lagging.
I am lagging. अभी क्या करें अभी पता नहीं क्यों हो रहा है ऐसा. जनरली तो होता नहीं है ऐसा. ठीक है अभी आई थिंक विल जस्ट हैव टू टॉलरेट. ठीक है चलो अभी अभी वापस रुक गया तो मुझे बताओ ठीक है. सो ही गोज टू यमराज. यमराज चेक्स हाँ बंदा यहाँ पे है. अच्छा ठीक है चलो मैं दे देता हूँ आपको. So because see Krishna can do anything, right? Krishna can make anyone alive. He can if he wants to kill anyone he can just kill anyone. So Rakhe Krishna mare kaun? Mare Krishna Rakhe kaun, right? If Krishna so Krishna went to Yamaraj और उनका बेटा यमराज के पास था. उनके बेटे को ले आए, राइट? उनके बेटे को ले आए और उनके बेटे को अपने गुरु को हैंड ओवर कर दिया. तो कृष्णा ने गुरु दक्षिणा दिया उनको. Now a quick question to all of you. Yeah, just raise your hand. I will just take 2-3 people. Yeah, I'll not take more. Are before asking question only you're raising hand. So what do we learn from this? What do we learn from this pastime? कल वाले बच्चे नहीं हाँ. Yes, Swara.
Mataji, that we learn that gurus are very important in our life and we have to give them guru dakshina. And also we learn how powerful Krishna is and how he can bring people back from the dead.
Yeah, absolutely. One more thing, can someone tell from this picture? Yes, Aishwarya, what do you see from this picture?
Mataji, this is showing that Krishna see how he is respecting his gurus, and he also tells us we should also respect our
Yeah,
gurus.
absolutely. And Manasvi, question to you: what happens when we respect our guru? Why is it so important to respect our guru? क्यों गुरु को इतना रिस्पेक्ट देना चाहिए? क्यों इतना भाव देना चाहिए? Loudly.
Mataji, it is important to respect our gurus because they play an important role in our lives. They teach us things so that when we grow up, we can earn, and they help us with knowledge.
Very nice. They help us with knowledge. They guide us. Very good. And
Can I add?
Aditya. Yes, Swara.
Some gurus help us. They bring us closer to Krishna.
Absolutely. They bring us closer to Krishna. Very good. Aditya Upadhyay, you had raised your hand. What happens when we don't respect our guru?
Then we are very bad. We have to respect our gurus because that is very important.
लेकिन अगर करेंगे ही नहीं रिस्पेक्ट, गुरु को रिस्पेक्ट ही नहीं करेंगे तो क्या होएगा? Yes, Aditri.
Then Krishna will be very disappearance and he will also be very unhappy with us.
Okay,
Krishna.
so you are saying Krishna will be unhappy with us, we will incur sin. Okay, what else? Yes, Aditri, I just saw your camera on you, then you disappeared. You all can switch on your cameras. Such an important point we're discussing. Why are you all hiding behind your cameras? Yes. Switch. See, I have kept my camera on. You all can keep your camera on.
Mataji, can I say?
Yes, Iman.
We should not we should, if we do not respect our guru will not give us blessings which can never, it is like a shrap to us, like you can never earn some achievement, success, anything. If your guru
Okay.
is not teaching you, then you can never earn success or achieve.
Okay, very good, very good answer, Iban. Very nice. Yes, Vasant Raj.
बहुत पावरफुल है, वो किसी को भी जिंदा कर सकते हैं.
हाँ, कृष्णा तो बहुत पावरफुल है, किसी को भी जिंदा कर सकते हैं. Absolutely. Yes, Shri Keshav. Very nice, Vasant Raj.
Mataji,
Yes.
well, if we don't respect our gurus, then they will also not respect us. We will not
But
get.
gurus are not supposed to respect us. Gurus are supposed to teach us. They can shout at us. They can punish us. They can scream at us.
Yes, ma'am.
So one very important thing, if we do not respect our guru, we will never get any knowledge. हम लोग कभी भी कुछ भी नहीं सीखेंगे, कितना भी इंटेलिजेंस हो, हम लोग कभी कुछ भी वो इंटेलिजेंस अप्लाई नहीं कर पाएंगे अगर हम हमारे गुरु को रिस्पेक्ट नहीं करेंगे तो. सो वो हमारे टीचर्स हो, स्कूल के टीचर्स हो, ट्यूशन टीचर्स हो, हमारे पेरेंट्स आर आवर फर्स्ट गुरु, राइट? So if we do not respect our guru, we do not respect our parents, we do not respect our elders, we will not be able to learn anything in our life. हमको लगेगा हम बहुत इंटेलिजेंट है, बहुत अच्छे मार्क्स मिल रहे हैं, सब कुछ हो रहा है, लेकिन वो इंटेलिजेंस कुछ भी काम करेगा, you will not be able to apply any of those, when there is a need. Yeah, so it is very important that we respect our guru and we love our guru. We will respect our guru with lots of love in our heart. ऐसे नहीं कि डर के मारे अरे बाप रे नहीं करेंगे तो डांटेंगे, इसके लिए रिस्पेक्ट करना है. नो, we should really love our guru, and that is what we are going to see today about when we hear about Srila Prabhupada. Yeah, so today we are going to hear about Srila Prabhupada. Yeah, and then how all the devotees of Srila Prabhupada love him so much, and they're ready to do anything for Srila Prabhupada. They're even ready to give their lives for Srila Prabhupada. Yeah. So all those things we are going to see today. Many pastimes of of their devotee experiences we are going to see today. So many different stories. So today is full story time. Okay, no philosophy, only story. Yeah. So but please hear attentively, because there is a quiz in the end and I want everyone to score good marks in the quiz. Okay. So Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada actually was born on 1st September 1896. And Srila Prabhupada's parents were Shriman Gaur Mohan De and Srimati Rajni De. Yeah. And when was Srila Prabhupada born? जन्माष्टमी के दूसरे दिन. ओके, तो जैसे ही कृष्णा का अपीयरेंस हुआ, उसके इमीडिएटली बाद दूसरे दिन श्रील प्रभुपाद जी का अपीयरेंस हुआ. और रिसेंटली हमने देखा 17th को, ये महीने के 17th को श्रील प्रभुपाद का डिसअपीयरेंस डे था. दैट मीन्स ही लेफ्ट हिज बॉडी. ओके, सो श्रील प्रभुपाद नंदोत्सव, जब भी जन्माष्टमी के दूसरे दिन नंदोत्सव होता है. ओके, सो देयर इज उत्सव इन नंदगांव, बिकॉज कृष्ण का जन्म हुआ तभी उत्सव होता है नंदगांव में. सो प्रभुपाद जी का जन्म नंदोत्सव के दिन हुआ. And his parents were from good aristocratic family, a very good traditional family, who were giving a lot of respects to the Lord. They were doing nice good. They were worshipping the deities. Yeah, and they wanted their children also to become God conscious. So Prabhupada's parents, they had given him small deities. Yeah, they had given him small deities so that they can worship, so that he can worship on his own. So प्रभुपाद का नाम था अभय चरण. Okay, so प्रभुपाद जी का नाम क्या था? अभय चरण. And Prabhupada at the age of 5, he was, जैसे हम लोग अबैकस क्लास के लिए जाते हैं, या कोई सिंगिंग क्लास के लिए जाता है, या डांसिंग क्लास के लिए जाता है, जिम्नास्टिक्स के लिए जाता है, कुछ क्लासेस लगाते हैं हम लोग, राइट? So but Abhay's father, he put him into mridanga class at the age of 5. Yeah, so and then he became an expert mridanga player. So always brought him up in a traditional way, so that he gets engaged in worshipping the deities. He always gets engaged in Krishna conscious activities. तो बाद में जब प्रभुपाद जी छोटे थे तो उन्होंने देखा कि एक बार उन्होंने उनको ध्यान में आया कि देयर इज दिस जगन्नाथ रथ यात्रा is generally happening, yeah, in Jagannath Puri. So then he also was behind his father कि मुझे भी रथ यात्रा करना है. तो मैंने बोला जगन रथ यात्रा घर पे? Is it? Yeah, मुझे भी रथ यात्रा करना है. So then his father, he arranged a nice wooden cart, and then he and his father painted the cart so beautifully. जैसे जगन्नाथ का रथ होता है, उसी प्रकार उन्होंने उनके कार्ड को बहुत सुंदर से पेंट किया. एंड देन Abhay Charan, he had wonderful Jagannath Rath Yatra in his house. And then they invited neighbors, and neighbors then the people who were not invited, they also came. पहले तो उन्होंने सिर्फ बच्चों को बुलाया था कि ठीक है बच्चे बच्चे ही करेंगे, सब बच्चे मृदंगा प्ले कर रहे थे, बच्चे करताल प्ले कर रहे थे, कोई अपने घर से भोगा लेके आता था, अच्छे अच्छे भोगा ऑफर करते थे जगन्नाथ जी को. एंड इट वाज लाइक अ फेस्टिवल सीजन या फेस्टिवल पीरियड फॉर एवरीवन. And wonderful Rath Yatra, Srila Prabhupada performed. I mean, he was like very small. And then neighbors also started coming. Everyone, started participating in the Rath Yatra. So at such small age, he had such desires that, he could, he had a lot of interest in deities and a lot of interest in serving the deities. Yeah. And then later on, when Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada one day, he actually his friend said कि चलो मैं आपको एक साधु. When Prabhupada was like young, okay, when Prabhupada was young, his friend he said कि चलो मैं आपको एक साधु के पास लेके जाता हूँ. तो प्रभुपाद नहीं मुझे नहीं आना किसी साधु वाधु के पास, मैंने बहुत सारे साधु देखे, सब लुच्चे लुच्चे होते हैं, they are all cheaters. I don't want to go to them. So he said नहीं ये थोड़े different है. Yeah, he is little different. So then he went and he met Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. Yeah? So he went and met Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, and then when he met him, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said that if you are English speaking person, so because you know English, you should go and preach the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita in the Western countries. Yeah. वेस्ट, क्योंकि वहां पे तो भगवत गीता ऐसा नहीं है कि भगवत गीता सिर्फ इंडिया को ही एप्लीकेबल है, सिर्फ इंडियंस को ही एप्लीकेबल है और अमेरिका यहाँ पे लोगों को एप्लीकेबल नहीं है, बिकॉज दे आर इन अ कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट प्लैनेट, कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट जोन. वो ह्यूमन बींग्स में आते ही नहीं है, वो अलग काइंड ऑफ अलग स्पीशीज है, उनको एप्लीकेबल नहीं है. ऐसा नहीं, भगवत गीता इज एप्लीकेबल टू एवरीवन. सो ही सेड you know English, so might as well you go and preach. And one more instruction at Radha Kund in Vrindavan, his spiritual master gave him. Yeah, so he was his spiritual master. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was the spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada. Naam सारा याद रखो, हाँ? Was the spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada. And one more instruction he gave him, Radha Kund in Vrindavan, that whenever you have money, print books. आपके पास जब भी पैसा print करो और distribute करो. Yeah, so that was the instruction which he had received from his spiritual master, Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Yeah. So then later on, what happened? Prabhupada, eventually decided. Prabhupada, when he was 65 years old, he was like 65, 70 years old, 65 years old, he decided that, he will go to America. So that time 65, 70 years old Prabhupada, 65, 70 में तो हम कितने बूढ़े रहते हैं, right? हमारे नाना जी, दादाजी अगर हम लोग देखेंगे 65, 70 years में, they are like, कितने सारा बीपी रहता है, डायबिटीज रहता है, उठ नहीं सकते, घुटने दुखते हैं, और कुछ घर में काम तो थोड़ा बहुत कर लिया, कुछ नहीं, बस सुबह उठ के न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ेंगे. जनरली, I mean, that is the thing wherein our grandparents, I'm not saying good or bad, I'm saying that this is generally the state of everyone's, grandparents. And even I will be a similar thing because, there is no, generally enthusiasm is less. But for Srila Prabhupada at that age, 65, 70 years of this age, he was full of enthusiasm. He was इतना enthusiasm था उनमें कि उन्होंने सोचा कि मेरे spiritual master ने मुझे बोला है जाने के लिए, तो मैं जाऊंगा और सबको भगवत गीता के बारे में बताऊंगा. Yeah, but he was thinking कि पता नहीं लोग सुनेंगे कि नहीं सुनेंगे. Yeah, so he had lot of then he was always pray to his spiritual master that please help me that, I can go there and I will be able to preach. So then he decides his journey to America. Yeah. He boards a ship called Jaladuta. क्या नाम है ship का? Jaladuta. He boards his ship Jaladuta and he is on his way to America. On his way to America, now just imagine, okay, 65, 70-year-old man, he gets 2 heart attacks on the way. एक हार्ट अटैक में हम लोग हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट करते हैं और एंजियोग्राफी एंजियोप्लास्टी होती है, नहीं तो ओपन हार्ट सर्जरी होता है, and then 2-3 months the person is on the bed, the family members have to serve him completely. But Prabhupada has 2 heart attacks on the way. Yeah. So, but still he continued his journey to America. He did not say कि नहीं अभी तो मुझे जाना चाहिए, मैं तो अच्छा था वृंदावन में, इतना अच्छा से मेरा मेरा भक्ति चल रहा था, मेरा इतना अच्छा भक्ति करूंगा तो मैं तो चला जाऊंगा बैक टू गॉड हेड, क्यों मैं इधर अमेरिका में आऊं ये करूं. But no, still he went to America, and when he landed in Boston, then it was a completely alien land. अभी कहाँ जाऊं मैं, ये सब. Then he used to see, all people, with long hair, beard, लंबी beard है, लंबे बाल है, कभी नहाते हैं, कभी नहीं नहाते हैं, और unclean people. There are some prostitutes, सब मतलब people are totally engaged into just enjoying. They would not even wear a watch because they did not want to have a sense of time also. कि नहीं वॉच रखेंगे तो पता नहीं कि देखना पड़ेगा कितना बजा है, क्या बजा है. They were not even wearing a watch. Yeah. And that is how this people were, when they when he went to Boston. Yeah. And so then eventually he stayed in Butler. Yeah, he stayed in Butler, Pennsylvania. And then he all drunkards around, सारे जो लोग drink करते हैं, drunkards, prostitute, drug addicts और criminals, गुस्सा आया तो shoot on sight. या तो वैसे वैसे लोगों के बीच में वो एक बावरी में रहते थे. या मतलब एक गंदी सी जगह थी, जैसे हम लोग बोलते ना गंदे से चौल में, जहाँ पे सारे क्रिमिनल, धारावी जैसे जगह. या so there he used to stay. And then someone just gave him a tape recorder. He taped his himself and his chanting and all he taped. And then he invited few people, 4 people, they came to his place. Yeah. And they were not understanding anything what he's saying, but still they seemed interested. Yeah. So somehow he managed. लेकिन बाद में कुछ हुआ नहीं. So then one boy named Paul, he just invited him कि ठीक है, now you come and stay in my apartment. So he went and stayed with him in his apartment. और उसने कहाँ जगह दिया, एक माला होता है ना अपने घर के अंदर का माला, घर के अंदर के माले पे वहां पे उन्होंने उसको रहने के लिए जगह दिया. तो एक रूम, there is no partition, nothing. That room only is the kitchen, the room has a bathroom, the room has a bedroom, living room, dining room, everything in that room only. Yeah. And there was this dull light which was hanging, and Prabhupada was staying in that place. So one day ये जो लड़का है जिनके साथ वो रहते थे, लड़का को एक दिन he got intoxicated, मतलब उसने ड्रग्स लिया. उसने ड्रग्स लेके इतना हाई, then he threatened, I will kill you करके, because he was saying, Srila Prabhupada आपने मेरा कुछ soap use किया, and that is why I will kill you. So that is such type of people he used to stay. दरवाजे से बाहर निकलते थे तो जीने पे स्टेयरकेस में ऐसे सब लोग पड़े रहते थे, ड्रिंक करके सब लोग पड़े रहते थे, कोई झूलता था, ऐसे एकदम गंदे लोकेलिटी में प्रभुपाद रहते थे तभी. सो एक दिन ऐसा हुआ कि गौर पूर्णिमा का दिन था. गौर पूर्णिमा दिन, अपीयरेंस ऑफ चैतन्य महाप्रभु, and Prabhupada was in US, and Prabhupada was thinking, all my God, they are in Vrindavan, they are in Navadvip, yeah, Mayapur, and they are having nice, they are celebrating Gaur Purnima, Kirtan ho raha hai, Katha ho raha hai, and I am alone. There is no Vaishnava, 10,000 miles also, there is no Vaishnava around. But still I am happy. Why I am happy? Because, I have some work to do. I have to follow the instructions of spiritual master. I'm still happy. Yeah. It was then one day, it was snowing, and he did not have any warm clothes. कुछ भी उनके पास गर्म कपड़े नहीं थे, and he was like shivering. but still he continued. He did not give up. Yeah, he still continued to stay there. Then one of the person, who joined him was a lawyer. Yeah. And what happened is that ये जो Paul था उसने उसको निकाल दिया घर से, श्रील प्रभुपाद जी को निकाल दिया घर से. And then sometime later, then he had to search for a new house, somewhere, some place to stay. So then, some of these people who knew him, they found a place to stay again somewhere in another Bauri, ऐसे धारावी जैसे जगह में. एंड देन इन अ लिटिल स्टोर फ्रंट ही सेट, लेकिन उन्होंने बोला देखो हम लोग एक ही महीने का रेंट आपको हेल्प कर सकते हैं, अगले मंथ का पता नहीं क्या होएगा. सो वी सेड ओके ओके ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम, 1 month तो 1 month. And then he started, looking registered. Then he registered. One of his people was a lawyer. Okay, so वो lawyer था. And then this lawyer, he said that we have to register our we want to register our International Society for Krishna Consciousness. तो कह रहे इंटरनेशनल सोसाइटी, अरे यहाँ पे तो मतलब एक रूम लेने का भी इतना बड़ा दिक्कत है, तो इंटरनेशनल सोसाइटी कैसे बन जाएगा. तो प्रभुपाद जी कहने लगे इंटरनेशनल टेम्पल्स है. ओके, पूरे दुनिया में टेम्पल्स हैं, आप उसकी चिंता मत करो. वी हैव टू रजिस्टर दिस एज एन इंटरनेशनल सोसाइटी ओनली. अच्छा, प्रभुपाद जी स्वामी जी कह रहे हैं तो ठीक है, रजिस्टर कर देते इंटरनेशनल सोसाइटी ऑफ कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस. ठीक है. फिर वो लॉयर बोलने लगे कि देखो, if you really want people to come, then we will have to tweak some rules. आप इतने सारे स्ट्रिक्ट प्रिस्क्रिप्शन डालते हो कि ये करना चाहिए, ये करना चाहिए, ये करना चाहिए, ये करना चाहिए, तो इतने सारे अमेरिकन अट्रैक्ट नहीं होंगे. So then Prabhupada ji said that, see, I represent very rich culture of India. And I want to present everything as it is. मुझे जैसा है वैसा ही present करना है सबको. Yeah. So if Americans are not happy with whatever I'm going to present, then I will go back to my country. But I will not कि किसी को जैसा पसंद हो वैसा पैकेज करके दो, मैं वो सब नहीं करने वाला. Right? So then he said, okay, ठीक है प्रभुपाद जी, ठीक है स्वामी जी, आप जैसे बोलो करेंगे. So then this International Society for Krishna Consciousness was registered and everything done. Now Prabhupada's biggest weapon, Prabhupada सोच रहे थे कि ये सबको मैं कैसे attract करूं. Yeah. So Prabhupada was a very excellent cook. Yeah. So Prabhupada, one second, let me share this slide. So Prabhupada was very excellent cook. So he had a few people who were coming. So he had some 10, 12 people who were coming to him regularly. So what Prabhupada used to do is, and they seemed to be interested in what Prabhupada was teaching. So what happened is that then he came there. These people used to come there. So, and they started following whatever small things they were teaching. No, Prabhupada was teaching. They started following it. And you know what? They gave up meat eating. Abhi now just imagine in America or in any Western countries, लोग क्या खाते? They drink and they eat meat. ये दोनों चीजें तो खाने में होती ही होती. मतलब वेजिटेरियन फूड तो कभी रहेगा ही नहीं. विस्की, बियर ये तो रहेगा और मीट भी हमेशा रहेगा. Right? But Prabhupada, what he did is he taught them to give up meat. And Prabhupada was an excellent cook. So these young boys and, boys and girls, American boys and girls, they used to love a lot. They used to love food which Prabhupada used to cook. They used to love that food a lot. Now just see that American food is a little different. It is a little bland. And Indian food is a little spicy. Yeah. But still, they were all liking the spicy food. Yeah. So then this 10, 12 people, they used to come every day and Prabhupada used to cook for them. And Prabhupada used to cook chapatis, dal, rotis, everything they used to cook for them. और ये सारे लोग ना अमेरिकन बड़े बड़े हट्टे कट्टे रहते हैं सब, तो they used to eat, every person used to eat like 10-12 chapatis. And Prabhupada used to make like 150 chapatis every day minimum for everyone. हमारी मम्मी कितने कुक करती है चपातीस? 10, 20, 25, राइट? मोटा मोटा इतने कुक करते डेली. Prabhupada at the age of 70, क्या एज था उनका? 70. He used to cook like 150, 200 chapatis. And he used to cook dal, rice, sabji and everything on a regular basis. And he used to feed all this, all these people who used to come to it. So, and Prabhupada was not a cook. He was an excellent cook, but he was a scholar. He was a learned scholar. He was the author of so many books. Yeah. and he was 71 years old, coming from Vrindavan to America. Yeah, through. So that is how. And तो ये लोग आते थे, ये लोग खाते थे और ये लोग चले जाते थे, और जो भी बर्तन वर्तन सारे रहते थे. So after that, after they used to leave, Prabhupada used to pick up all the utensils. He used to wash all the utensils and all. Yeah, and so everything Prabhupada did. Yeah, why? Why did Prabhupada do all this? Because he wanted to follow the order of a spiritual master. Yeah, so when we say, like we should respect our spiritual master, right? वो story में हमने देखा कि we should respect our spiritual master, we should love our spiritual master. And how do we show love and respect over the spiritual master? Yeah, by following his instructions. Yeah, so जो भी instructions अपने spiritual master ने दिए हैं, by following this instruction, that is how we respect the spiritual master. Yeah. Yes, Manasvi, I see your hand raised.
Mataji, if only 11 to 12 people were interested, why Prabhupada used to cook for them and all? So how did a lot of people came and joined?
Yeah, that is the story. We are going to see all that. So now millions and billions of people are interested. Yeah, so now if you see, ISKCON is across the globe. You name the country and ISKCON temple is there. Yeah, so everywhere you will see Sunday feast. Sunday feast is a hit thing there. Weekdays में जाने को उतना लोगों को टेम्पल में समय नहीं होगा, but Saturday Sunday people will definitely go to the temple. There will be Hari Nam Sankirtan in the temple. This is what Prabhupada has established over a period of time. And he himself did not do it. He made his devotees, he made his disciples so, क्या कहते हैं, he trained them so. I'll give a nice example of Africa, okay? So once what happened is, Srila Prabhupada, सब जगह temples थे. Across the globe सब जगह temples थे, लेकिन अफ्रीका में नहीं था. तो प्रभुपाद कहने लगे कि अपने सारे कॉन्टिनेंट्स में टेम्पल है, लेकिन अफ्रीका कॉन्टिनेंट में टेम्पल नहीं है. So then he told his devotees, go and preach in Africa. So Africa, at that point in time, what happened is that, they were all old Indians. बहुत सारे Indians थे Africa में, and they used to stay from generations. They used to stay in Africa. So, so that way it was easy to have a temple in Africa. So Africa में temple बनाया, and many Indians were coming to the temple. So then when Prabhupada came to Africa once, when he visited Africa, then he saw that only Indians are coming and Africans are not coming. So then he spoke to his disciples there कि अरे Africans तो आ ही नहीं रहे temple में, you should have Africans. Yeah. So next time when he visited to the temple, there was some 10-12 Africans which were regularly following everything, and they were preaching and all. So when he went there, he had requested them to cook something, and when they cooked such an horrible food that Prabhupada really got upset. And then what did Prabhupada do? Prabhupada, he himself went into the kitchen, and he had some 10-12 Africans, big, tall, 10-12 Africans around him. And then he taught them how to cook. Yeah, so that was so, and Prabhupada was very compassionate. I'll come to all those things, how Prabhupada was like really compassionate, and he, like a devotee should love his Guru also loves his devotee a lot. Yeah, so when the Guru knows that, so Guru is also very compassionate. Guru also shows a lot of love and, affection towards his devotees. Yeah. So this was very this thing. Yeah. So when what happened is that so these people, right? So people saw that there are two types of bhaktis that you can do. Two ways. Two simple ways in which you can. Two ways in which you can approach Lord. One is this austerity karna. So there was this organization once, when Prabhupada came across this organization, the spiritual organization, again an international spiritual organization, wherein वो लोग क्या करते थे, रोज बहुत प्रकार के डिशेस बनाते थे, लड्डू, पेड़े, रसगुल्ला, and dal, sabji, rice, and everything, and pakoras and all, everything they used to make, okay. And at the end of it, after offering, they used to पूरा उसका एक एक कटोरे में डाल के, एक बिग बॉल में डाल के सब कुछ मिक्स करते थे, उसमें पानी डाल देते थे, और फिर एक बाउल में सबको अपना अपना एक बाउल था, वो बॉल भर के सबको देते थे खाने के लिए. एंड देन दे यूज्ड टू ड्रिंक, और वो बाउल में जितना बैठेगा उतना ही वो खाते थे, राइट. एज अगेंस्ट दैट, in the spiritual organization which Srila Prabhupada has established, yeah, Prabhupada also, taught all his disciples to make, so when offerings are made to the Lord, there is pakoda, dal, different types of sabjis, puris, kachoris, samosa. There's so many different varieties of sweets are there. Yeah. But what do devotees do? After it is, offered to the Lord as bhoga, and devotees consume it as prasad. Yeah. And so they are so happy. So if you see, once what happened is that, there was this Brahmananda Das, one of the Srila Prabhupada's disciple. He said he met his friend and he said, you come there. I've gone to one place and there people are so happy. They're like dancing and always smiling and, having fun and, eating wonderful feast. And every time they have a feast and everyone is so happy and dancing and all and singing and dancing. So he said, ऐसा कौन सा organization है? Spiritual organization. Yeah. So then he went there. Brahmananda Das went there. And then he saw, and then just he got attached to the organization. So like this, people see that, the prasadam is so wonderful, and prasadam is what is offered to Krishna. And everyone is so happy, everyone is singing and dancing and, studying Bhagavad Gita and, getting elevated in Krishna consciousness and all. People love this. Yeah. You have when you are given a choice, जैसे मैंने अभी पहले वाला बोला था, पूरा सब मिक्स करके उसमें ढेर सारा पानी डाल के अगर पीने को बोला, वो आपको पसंद आएगा? किसको पसंद आएगा? हैंड रेस करो. किसी को भी पसंद नहीं आएगा. लेकिन श्रील प्रभुपाद वाले जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में है, wherein you can eat everything and plus you get connected with Krishna and you can learn Bhagavad Gita, plus you're singing and dancing happily. Everything is like, and that is what, and serving devotees, that is what Goloka is. Because Goloka mein yahi hota hai, singing, dancing, serving with Krishna and, just being with Krishna all the time. Yeah. So that is what is the difference between any other organization and the spiritual organization. Yeah. So then why did Srila Prabhupada do all this? Like I said, right? Srila Prabhupada did all this because it was his instruction of a spiritual master. So one day what happened is there was this Pandit. There was this Pandit who was from this Shantipur temple. Okay. So Shantipur temple basically Shantipur is a small town where from Mayapur, Calcutta के वहाँ पे एक छोटा सा town है जहाँ पे अद्वैत आचार्य used to live. Yeah. So हम बोलते हैं ना जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासादि गौर भक्त. तो अद्वैत आचार्य जो है, Advait Acharya used to, one of the very close associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He used to stay in Shantipur. So in 1940s or 50s, so he was telling this, he was narrating this event, okay? Very, very nice and, very touching event. So he was narrating this event. So he said that, in 1940s, 50s, I used to see a young man, yeah, coming in the khadi dhoti and khadi kurta and all. And every day this man used to come. And every day this man used to come and sit in the corner of the temple and he used to chant. And he used to chant for a few hours and tears used to roll from his eyes. He used to chant for a few hours, tears roll in his eyes. And then he used to go, after he finished his chanting, he used to go offer obeisances to the Lord. And then he used to come and meet me. And he used to praise me a lot. And he used to thank me that, you are doing such a wonderful service. And then he used to go back. Every day this person used to come, sit in one corner, chant nicely, full focus with tears in his eyes, and then he used to go. Yeah. So then ये ऐसे कुछ साल चला और कुछ दिनों के बाद ये बंदा आना बंद हो गया. और कुछ साल के बाद जब ये बंदा आया, वापस ये बंदा आया, तो मैंने इसको देखा, है तो सैफरन क्लॉथ में है, मतलब भगवा जो ऑरेंज क्लॉथ होता है ना, सन्यासी जैसे पहनते हैं वो, तो वैसे ये तो सैफरन क्लॉथ में है. तो अच्छा ये कौन आया? ये तो वही बंदा है जो खादी में आता था, वाइट मतलब खादी कुर्ते में आता था और खादी ये पहन के आता था. तो ये तो वही है, अभी ये तो सन्यासी बन गया. अरे बाप रे. तो फिर वो वहां पे बैठा था. ओके. सो ही वाज सिटिंग अगेन इन द कॉर्नर एंड ही वाज चैंटिंग. एंड दिस टाइम व्हेन ही केम, ही वाज चैंटिंग फॉर वेरी लॉन्ग टाइम. या बहुत घंटे वो उन्होंने चैंट किया. और व्हेन अगेन लाइक टीयर्स आर फ्लोइंग फ्रॉम हिज आईज. या So when after he finished his chanting, he came and again he offered obeisances and he came and met this Pandit. Yeah. And this Pandit then said, I remember you were the same person, right? you were to come earlier, आप वही है ना? तो कहते हाँ 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 मैं तो वही हूँ. So then Prabhupada then he said उन्होंने ना कभी उनसे बात नहीं किया था, ये पंडित ने कभी श्रील प्रभुपाद से पहले बात नहीं किया था, क्योंकि श्रील प्रभुपाद को ऐसा मतलब ही वांटेड टू बी अलोन. सो श्रील प्रभुपाद ने कभी उनसे बात नहीं किया था, और उनको बात करने की इच्छा नहीं थी करके वो पंडित ने भी कभी उनसे बात नहीं किया. लेकिन अभी जब भी वो सैफरन क्लोथ में सन्यासी वाले ड्रेस में आए, तो पंडित जी ने पूछा कि आपका नाम क्या है? तो उन्होंने कहा मैं भक्ति सिद्धांत स्वामी हूँ. तो उन्होंने बोला कि और मुझे अपने स्पिरिचुअल मास्टर ने बोला है कि आई शुड गो टू अमेरिका एंड आई शुड प्रीच, आई शुड स्प्रेड दिस नॉलेज ऑफ भगवत गीता अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड. So that is, and it is very difficult to accomplish this task. इतना just imagine अफ्रीकन को हम लोग भगवत गीता बताएंगे. अरे वो तो देखिए देखिए कि बोले ये कौन सा बुक है, मेरे पास इतने सारे बुक्स है, बेस्ट बुक सेलर्स के बुक्स है, मैं वो ना पढूं, आपका भगवत गीता क्यों पढूं? राइट? हमारा हमारा रिलीजन छोड़ के मैं आपका क्यों पढूं? राइट? कोई भी बोलेगा ना, अफ्रीकन बोलेगा, अमेरिकन बोलेगा, लंदन वाला बोलेगा, कोई भी बोलेगा ना, ऑस्ट्रेलियन बोलेगा. चाइना में जाओ, आप चाइना में उसको बोलो कि नहीं नहीं ये हमारा भगवत गीता है, आप ये पढ़ो, सुनेगा कोई आपका? कोई नहीं सुनेगा. बराबर? सो वो प्रभुपाद जी कह रहे थे कि कितना डिफिकल्ट, मुझे पता है ये बहुत डिफिकल्ट टास्क है. तो पंडित जी बोले फिर आप यहाँ आए हो? तो कहते हाँ मैं यहाँ इसके लिए आया हूँ क्योंकि शांतिपुर में द प्लेस वेर ही यूज्ड टू कम, दैट प्लेस was where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu used to sit there and discuss how they can spread Krishna consciousness across the world. है ना? वो डिस्कस करते थे, वो प्लानिंग करते थे, how they will spread love of Krishna across the globe. And he said that is why I have come here, so that I can get some mercy from Advaita Acharya, so that I can be, I can, so that he can guide me in my mission of my Guru Maharaj. Yeah, whatever instruction my Guru Maharaj has given me, he can guide me in that. And tomorrow he's saying, yeah, Srila Prabhupada is saying, tomorrow I am boarding a ship to America from Calcutta. Yeah, and I have come here to seek blessings from Advaita Acharya. So, this Pandit was surprised. बाप रे ये सन्यासी तो अमेरिका जाएगा preaching के लिए. So he was surprised. So then Prabhupada he paid obeisances even to this Pandit. And Pandit said, no, 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 please don't, pay obeisances to me. So Prabhupada said, no, no, I really need blessings because it is really a very difficult task to achieve. So then Prabhupada चले गए, है ना? और कुछ बीच में समय गया और कुछ कोई आया ही नहीं. कुछ समय के बाद ये पंडित जी देखने लगे कि एकदम ऐसा कुछ अमेरिकन, कुछ व्हाइट पीपल, white people they started visiting Shantipur temple, and they were in dhotis and head shaven. Just imagine, okay, Americans head shaven, keeping a shikha, American girls in saris, yeah, nice, wonderful tilak, very good looking. Everyone was like, looking very exalted devotees. They started coming in the Shantipur temple. और ये पंडित जी सोचने लगे ये लोग कहाँ से यहाँ पे आ गए. कभी छोटे ग्रुप में आते थे, कभी बड़े ग्रुप में आते थे, कभी एकदम हरिनाम संकीर्तन करते थे, हाँ कभी कीर्तन करते थे, और सबके हाथ में जपमाला है. तो ये पंडित जी तो बड़े आश्चर्यचकित हो गए, ये क्या हो गया, ये लोग कहाँ से आए. So then what happened is that one person from the group, he went to this Pandit ji and said, would you like to take this magazine back to Godhead? तो वो तो बोला कि अरे मुझे इंग्लिश पढ़ने तो आता नहीं है, लेकिन आपको ठीक है मुझे दिखाओ इसमें क्या है. तो then he showed him, and on the in the book he saw this picture of Srila Prabhupada. And when he saw the picture of Srila Prabhupada, he goes, अरे ये कौन है, इनको तो मैं जानता हूँ. तो एक तो यही है जो ये जो बुक छापते हैं, ये वही महाराज है Srila Prabhupada. अच्छा. So then, he came to know, then he looked at, wow, this person, he remembered, and he told, this person used to come to my temple, he used to chant for hours, and tears used to roll from his eyes, and he used to pray to Advaita Acharya, he used to pray to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he used to pray to Nityananda Prabhu, to bless him in his mission, wherein, his Guru Maharaj has given him some instruction. So that is how, and because he prayed, and because he was very passionate, yeah, he could convince, or he could preach the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to Americans, to not only to Americans, to entire world. Yeah. So if you decide on a foreign trip, yeah, next time you decide on a foreign trip, just search if the ISKCON temple is there or not. And in the foreign trip, you go and visit that ISKCON temple. I have actually personally visited many ISKCON temples outside India. And oh my God, they're really fabulous. Like Los Angeles temple, when I visited, yeah, so it was like a church which was converted into a temple. And the church hall, you know, right? Church hall is generally very big hall. At 4:30 in the morning, just imagine, okay, 4:30 in the morning, the temple hall was jam-packed. Pura temple hall was jam-packed, and Americans and Jews and all different people were from different countries were there. And they were, completely engrossed in Mangalarti. And after Mangalarti, they chanted nicely. Yeah, and उसके बाद एक सैटरडे संडे होता था, फिर वहां पे सब लोग फीस्ट के लिए आते थे. So many temples I visited, even in US, even in other countries also. It's all very happening. And that is what Srila Prabhupada has, won the hearts of all the people. How did Srila Prabhupada won the hearts of all the people? By love. Yeah. So the very, very important ingredient of this entire thing is, the very base of it is love and prasad. And he fed prasad to everyone. And he taught small things: internal cleanliness, external cleanliness, washing hands, taking bath daily, cutting hair proper, keeping hair proper, beard shaved and everything. Small things he taught to all these white people. Yeah. One more incident, I'd like to narrate is about, once this was his Yamuna Devi Dasi's sister's marriage was there. Yeah. And Yamuna Devi Dasi, he told, Prabhupada requested her to help her in cooking. तो उसको ना कुछ ऐसा एक 8-10 घंटे का जॉब दे दिया, जहाँ पे उसको कुछ आलू के कचौरी वगैरह बनाने थे, उसको वो दे दिया. And Prabhupada, in his marriage, in her sister's marriage, Prabhupada was doing what? He was cooking some 14-15 items. He was cooking different varieties of items, okay, for marriage, for her sister's marriage. कोई जरूरत भी नहीं थी, but still Prabhupada was doing all that. And one very very funny incident which happened is what this Yamuna Devi did. भी यहाँ पे तो सब लोग cigarette, they smoke cigarettes, right? So लड़की होए लड़के होए, everyone smokes cigarette, and they were all new. They were all new to Krishna consciousness. So then this Yamuna Devi Dasi, she was helping Prabhupada. अभी इनको तो सबको cigarette smoke करने का आदत है. So while cooking, she just peeped into the kitchen and said, Prabhupada, can I smoke one cigarette, please? And Prabhupada said, go and wash your hands. And then Prabhupada, she smoked, and then she came, she washed her hands and all. And then Prabhupada explained her all the 4 regulative principles very nicely, like a child, right? Like a mother explains to a child. Prabhupada explained to Yamuna Devi Dasi that, why this should not be done. And after that, she left. She left smoking cigarettes. And then uske baad, she said, थोड़ी देर के बाद बोली, Prabhupada, it is very hot. I'm like sweating. Can I don't know what to do. So Prabhupada then again called her. Go and wash your hands, she said. He said. So then he taught her that, whatever we are cooking, very important point for all of us. She said that whatever we are cooking, it should not be for our sense. We should not think about our senses. It should be cooking for Krishna. तो जैसे हम लोग घर में कुकिंग करते हैं, आप भी मम्मी को अगर आप हेल्प करते हो, तो कुकिंग शुड बी डन फॉर कृष्णा. नहीं कि मेरे अपने बेटे के लिए मैं ऐसे बनाऊं, अपने बेटी के लिए ऐसे बनाऊं, अपने हस्बैंड के लिए ऐसे बनाऊं, इसके लिए वैसे बनाऊं. नो, the focus of the cooking should be Krishna. So he explained it so nicely that the focus of our cooking should not be our sense gratification. We should not think about ourselves, but it should be for Krishna. Yeah, so that is what he explained. Then after some time he said, Prabhupada, I'm very thirsty. Can I drink some water? And Prabhupada said, okay, go and wash your hands. So then she drank water, she washed her hands, and she came back. Again, he explained her. So it was such a nice, Prabhupada taught all of them, like small children. Yeah, everyone was like small children. Basic things he taught them, basic cleanliness, and he taught them with lots and lots of love and affection. And the main thing he taught was, he did not teach them by words ki ऐसा करो, ऐसा करो, ऐसा करो, ऐसा करो, अभी उसके बाद ऐसा करो. No, he taught him by example. So he did it. Yeah. So he taught everyone by example. Yeah, so Prabhupada was very, very, you know, very, very compassionate towards everyone. Yeah, so if you see here, Prabhupada eventually, he used to have kanki. You see, these are all hippies. Now just imagine preaching Bhagavad Gita to all such people. But eventually all such people got, attracted towards Krishna. Because eventually we have a relationship with Krishna, right? So, yeah, so this is how, everyone got attracted towards Krishna. Once what happened is, so now Prabhupada has temples all across the world. Yeah. And uh, yeah. So once what happened is, Prabhupada, was giving one lecture in Mumbai. Okay. So once he came in Mumbai, there was a big crowd. Okay, बहुत बड़ा पंडाल था और बहुत सारा crowd था. और एक crowd में एक आर्य समाज का एक साधु था. और आर्य समाज का साधु आया और उनसे बात करने लगा कि पंडित जी, स्वामी जी, आप यहाँ पे सब कल्चर सिखा रहे हो, लेकिन यहाँ पे तो सबको ये सब पता है, आप यहाँ पे क्यों सिखा रहे हो? तो स्वामी जी, प्रभुपाद जी स्टार्टेड थिंकिंग, मतलब क्या इनका, व्हाट डज ही वांट टू से? ही सेड यू शुड गो टू, हैव यू प्रीच दिस नॉलेज इन मुस्लिम कंट्रीज? मुस्लिम कंट्रीज? अच्छा, डू यू प्रीच दिस नॉलेज? यू शुड प्रीच दिस नॉलेज इन पाकिस्तान. आप पाकिस्तान जाना चाहिए और पाकिस्तान में जाके आपको ये प्रीच करना चाहिए. प्रभुपाद सेड, Prabhupada asked him, "Are you challenging me?" So this one said, "Yes, I'm challenging you." Yeah, so he challenged in front of thousands of people. So then, okay, he said, "Okay, then all right, we will go. Yeah, we will go and preach in Pakistan also." Then Prabhupada, he sent a letter to Brahmananda Das, and he sent a letter to Gargamuni Das, कि आप जाओ. And now they were in America, okay? उनको बोला कि आप जाओ, एक जन जाओ वेस्ट पाकिस्तान में और एक जन जाओ ईस्ट पाकिस्तान में. ईस्ट पाकिस्तान मतलब अपना ये बांग्लादेश, वहां पे जाओ. So immediately you should go. Now immediately means what? Immediately next day. As soon as the letter reached Pakistan, as soon as the letter reached Brahmananda Das in his place in America, next day he had to start his journey. और पैसे तो थे नहीं, इतने कहाँ से पैसे आएंगे? So somehow he managed. He took a bus to New York, and by land, road, train, and all, somehow Brahmananda Das landed in Pakistan. Okay, and this Garga Muni, he landed uh, in East Bengal, ईस्ट पाकिस्तान. अभी वहां पे ना क्या हो गया था कि उस समय पे 1971 में इंडिया पाकिस्तान वॉर का बहुत कुछ चल रहा था. Yeah, so India-Pakistan war was about to happen, and there was a lot of tensions between India and Pakistan. So it was very difficult for anyone to go there and preach. Now, when Prabhupada realized that this is not the right time because India-Pakistan war can happen anytime, he immediately sent another letter that this is not the time that you should go to Pakistan. We will go some little later. But by that time, Brahmananda Das and Garga Muni had already left. तो उनको वो लेटर कभी मिला ही नहीं और ये दोनों पाकिस्तान चले गए. अभी पाकिस्तान चले गए तो अभी जब ये गारगा मुनि ईस्ट पाकिस्तान पहुंचे तो भी एयरपोर्ट पे पहुंचे तो एयरपोर्ट पे ना कोई बस था, ना कोई कार था, ना कोई कुछ भी नहीं था. एंड देन ही वाज जस्ट वंडरिंग व्हाट डू आई डू. सो देन ही had to walk some 20-30 kilometers from the airport to the town. And by the time he reached the town, he saw that there are thousands of people following him because he was in dhoti kurta. And people were just wondering why this person has come here and what is he doing here? There's what is all going on? And here Brahmananda Das was in Karachi. Yeah, here he was in Karachi, or Karachi he had very bad experience. People used to spit on him. People used to, उसका तिलक ऐसा बुझा देते थे. और it was very difficult to preach because people used to कभी छुरा लेके पीछे आते थे, है ना, कि मैं तुमको मार डालूंगा, आप ये नहीं कर सकते यहाँ पे. And he had no books. And he was in North Karachi, hottest place. Desert ka place tha, hottest place there. And very difficult to, preach. Then he wrote a letter to Srila Prabhupada that Prabhupada, he sent a telegram because people were spitting, threatening him, and, he was rubbing off his tilak. And he sent a telegram to Prabhupada that Prabhupada, can I get out of here? And Prabhupada immediately replied, come immediately karke. Prabhupada, sent a telegram, come immediately. And later on, there was in the news, that, 4 Hare Krishna people have been shot in Pakistan. And Prabhupada was like, we were just wondering, Brahmananda Das is there, Garga Muni is there. Brahmananda Das, kya hoga? And then somehow, Brahmananda Das, he, reached Mumbai. He searched, place where Prabhupada was staying, Akash Ganga. He searched that place and he reached Prabhupada. As soon as, Brahmananda Das knocked the door, and then Prabhupada opened the door. Prabhupada was so overwhelmed. Immediately, Prabhupada embraced Brahmananda Das. The Brahmananda Das is like huge. He's very tall. He immediately embraced Brahmananda Das. उसके ऐसे सर पे ऐसे 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 like a mother, how she'll do इसकी सब ठीक तो है ना, तुम एक ही पीस में होना, सब तुमको कुछ चोट तो नहीं आई, तुमको कुछ लगा तो नहीं. And Prabhupada, he just caressed Brahmananda Das. And then he thanked Krishna that, Brahmananda Das was safe. That is how Srila Prabhupada used to love his disciples. He used to love the devotees. He used to care for the devotees a lot. Yeah. So very, very many very touching stories which are there in Srila Prabhupada's life. Yeah. I'll show you something. I'll show you some videos also. So Prabhupada actually gave this 4 regulatory principles what we should always follow. Yeah. No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit relationship. Yeah. No girlfriend, boyfriend. Yeah. So these are the main principles which Srila Prabhupada, has told all of us to do. A very, very important point. Because if we don't follow all these instructions, we will never go close to Krishna. So this we should all register in our minds that if we don't follow this instruction, these 4 regulatory principles, आप कितना भी भगवत गीता पढ़ो, आप कितना भी कुछ करो, लेकिन ये 4 regulatory principles आप अगर follow नहीं करोगे, तो फिर it is very difficult to go closer to Krishna. Yeah, so these 4 regulatory principles are very important. And one very important tool which Prabhupada, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted us, and he sent this message to Srila Prabhupada, was chanting of the holy name. Very important point, chanting of the holy name. And this is chanting of the holy name. Yes.
Mastaji, is it okay to eat fish? Is it okay to eat fish?
Fish, no, beta. Fish is also like, so every living being is child of Krishna. So if you are by any chance eating non-veg, so slowly you can decide to leave non-veg. Non-veg eating is the biggest sin. Yeah, so non-veg eating is many students leave our class because we tell them that you should not eat non-veg. But like Prabhupada said, right? We just have to give what the real knowledge is. So we are just messengers. So Prabhupada says, even in Bhagavatam, even in Bhagavatam it is mentioned that if we kill animals and if we eat animals, we will have to take birth so many times to get killed by those animals. अभी हम लोग अच्छे से खाएंगे उनको मार के, but we will have to take birth again to kill them, to be killed by the animals. That animals will kill us after a period of time when we take birth again. We'll have to take so many births. So that is the worst thing, very biggest sin, right? So yes, Adya.
Mataji, but if we eat chicken, it doesn't have any hair, so it will be counted as feather.
No, so if you eat cow, then cow ka number of hairs you'll have to take birth. If you eat chicken, then the chicken will take, you'll have to take birth again to be killed by, killed by her.
Mataji, it is told that for cow it is hair, so for a chicken it will be the feathers.
Whatever it is, you should not eat. Don't
Yes,
count,
Mataji.
you should not eat. Yeah, yes, Manasvi.
Mataji, I have a lot of friends who believe in God and
Little loud, beta. I'm not able to hear, beta.
Mataji, I have a lot of friends who believe in God and they want to they respect Krishna and they pray to God every day. But they are from southern parts of India and in their culture it is written that they eat non-veg and all. So they asked me that if it is in their culture, then how can they not
You
eat?
ask them where it is mentioned in their culture. Ask them which book it is mentioned. And then you show this book of Bhagavatam. I will show you those verses where in Srimad Bhagavatam, which is written by Vyasadeva. Yeah, Vyasadeva is Krishna himself, wherein it is written that what happens when we eat meat. So, I can also say in my culture it is written this. No, who has seen? Ask them which book it is written that meat eating is allowed. Meat eating is not allowed. जैसे बोलना होगा कि नहीं ठीक है ये देश में चोरी करना चलेगा. Right? So that is not. And another thing is ignorance is not an excuse. मुझे पता नहीं है is not an excuse. Like fire, fire है fire right? अभी मुझे पता नहीं है कि फायर में अगर मैं छोटे बच्चे को पता नहीं है कि मैं फायर में हाथ डालूंगा तो हाथ जलेगा. बराबर. अभी वो जिसको पता है उसका भी हाथ जलेगा उसने डाला तो जिसको नहीं पता है उसका भी हाथ जलेगा. बराबर. तो मीट
Yes, Mataji.
में अगर हमको पता है कि हमको नहीं खाना चाहिए और फिर भी हम खा रहे हैं फिर भी हमको सिन लगेगा. हमको नहीं पता है फिर हम खा रहे हैं उसको भी सिन लगेगा. राइट. यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से. सो इग्नोरेंस इज नॉट एन एक्सक्यूज. आप बोलोगे कि हमारे कल्चर में लिखा है ये लिखा है वो लिखा है लेकिन इग्नोरेंस इज नॉट एन एक्सक्यूज. मेनी पेरेंट्स मेनी चिल्ड्रन डू नॉट लाइक दिस and they hear this and they leave the class. Yeah, they leave the class, but the reality remains. मैं आपको नहीं बोलूं हाँ ठीक है तुम भगवत गीता सीखो और नॉनवेज खाओ तो चलेगा. बट आई अंडरस्टैंड इट इज नॉट इजी. अगर आप बहुत सालों से खा रहे हो और अचानक हम आपको छोड़ने को बोले तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट है. लेकिन स्लोली स्लोली तो वी कैन डू इट राइट. Slowly slowly with knowledge we should definitely try to what Prabhupada is saying. What and Prabhupada
Mataji,
what Krishna is saying. Prabhupada again is not saying of his own. He is only messenger of God. He is telling what Krishna is saying. Right? So very important for all of us to follow. Yes. Yes.
Mataji, if we eat non-veg, but if we slowly avoid it, then we would get killed by the same animal. Then
अभी खाओगे तो वो तो होगा ही ना. वो तो मतलब जैसे कुछ गलती करोगे तो उसका सिर तो लगेगा ना बेटा. So you cannot avoid that. But I can understand it is very difficult to accept. So मैं बोल रही हूँ कि ठीक है एक रात में मत छोड़ो लेकिन नॉलेज के साथ धीरे धीरे छोड़ दो उसको. ऐसे मैं बोल रही हूँ. ठीक है. तो धीरे धीरे छोड़ो लेकिन छोड़ दो. समझो कि वो नहीं खाना चाहिए नहीं करना चाहिए. यस श्री केशव.
Yes, Mataji. I also wanted to tell one thing that about mode of ignorance. About
Hmm.
tamogun. So what happens is, as we know, 39% of India is only vegetarian. Rest 61% is non-vegetarian. So most of the people in my surroundings, most of them, they are non-vegetarians. And also, Mataji, a lot of people actually they are very much in the mode of ignorance, because one thing what they do is that they actually make the servants work in their house to a separate servant to clean the room, separate servant to wash the dishes, separate servant to wash the clothes. Like this, they keep different servants for different works in the house. That much they are in the mode of ignorance. And not only them, their children also. And also, the problem is that not and the parents, what they do is they also keep a separate servant for cooking. and they eat only one dish for the whole day.
That
Only
is
one.
okay. So, but only thing, Krishikesha, the point that we have to ensure is that if Krishna is saying no, we should try to avoid it.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. So we should that always remember that if Krishna is saying no, better avoid. Don't take panga with Krishna.
Mataji,
Mataji.
what
Yes.
about onion and garlic?
Onion and garlic is a lesser sin, but killing animals is the biggest sin. Onion and garlic, if you do, then you know you are more in a mode of passion and ignorance. Try to avoid that. Yeah. I will not say कि नहीं कल से ऑनियन गार्लिक बिल्कुल बंद कर दो. I will not say that. लेकिन अगर आप मुझे नॉनवेज के बारे में पूछोगे तो I would suggest नॉनवेज immediately बंद कर दो.
Mataji, I
Onion
didn't
garlic.
eat only.
Very good. Very good.
Mataji, I have a
Yes.
friend who was a maid to take care himself.
Okay. Chalo. So I have to show you certain videos. So let us move ahead. Yeah. So yeah. So here, which is this video? One second. Let me see this. No. So this one, I will show you two videos. Okay. I'll show you two videos. One is what happens. So how Srila Prabhupada spread, this chanting and how people are so super happy with this chanting thing. And then I will also show you one more video about how chanting has saved someone. Yeah. And even how Srila Prabhupada saved someone. Yeah. So I'm going to show you two videos. Okay. So this is about how people really became happy after, following or after becoming Krishna conscious. This is across the globe. When I saw this happen.
Come on, let's chant his name. Lord Krishna will be happy. Radha Rani will bless you and offer you the Krishna prem. So let's chant loudly, leave all anxiety. And please don't be worried, chant and be happy. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Come on, let's chant his name. Lord Krishna will be happy. Radha Rani will bless you and offer you the Krishna prem. So let's chant loudly, leave all anxiety. And please don't be worried, chant and be happy. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta.
Now I will show you one more video, okay? You were able to hear the sound, right?
Mataji, sometimes it becomes noisy.
Sound सुनाई दिया कि नहीं सुनाई दिया?
सुनाई दिया, पर बीच-बीच में ब्रेक हो रहा था.
अच्छा,
Yes,
ठीक है.
Mataji.
Okay, ठीक है, no problem. I'll show you one more video, okay? One more video how powerful is chanting and how powerful when we are taking shelter of our Guru. Yeah. One video.
Mataji, can you send these videos on the group?
I will send. Yeah. So just see this, okay? This is a story. You will have to hear this carefully, okay? Hear this carefully.
This is a story about a devotee by name Purnamasi Mataji from Russia, which explains the glories of chanting Prabhupada Pranama Mantra. Since they were practicing in Soviet times, this Krishna Conscious movement, chanting and preaching and all these things and all which are forbidden. So one day while they were preaching, they caught her on the road, the police, the KGB. They took her and she was put into the jail, and they were threatening her to kill. Now she took this as an opportunity and she started preaching in the jail non-stop to all the prisoners. They all started chanting, they all started dancing. So KGB wanted to stop her at any cost, but still nothing is working. So they really did not want other people to become Krishna conscious. So finally they wanted to do something which is unusual for KGB. They brought a real witch, evil lady witch, to the prison to stop her or deprogram Purnamasi Mataji. They tied Purnamasi Mataji to a chair. Then the evil witch entered with her assistants and KGB officer. The evil witch and her assistants started hexing. They started doing various charts. They were started doing various mantras. They were trying to infuse some dark creature into Purnamasi Mataji. So she could feel all these things. The creature started entering her body from her head. All around was covered with fog. She started chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, but the process did not stop. The creature was going inside. She was losing consciousness. She started chanting Narsimha Maha Mantra, but the process was going on. Finally, when she started chanting Prabhupada Pranam Mantra,
Namartya, Abhayam, Sattasam Siddhi. Rascal, get out.
right away the witch stopped hexing. She came out of the trance and stopped all her activities and said, I am leaving. The KGB officers were shocked. They did not want to let her go. They told her to finish her job. But the witch insisted, no, I am leaving. I will not go any longer. They asked, what happened? She told them, you simply do not see, but I see there is a very strict old man standing there, wagging his danda towards me.
Those who are devotees, they are not afraid of anything.
Danda towards me, wagging his stick towards me. I cannot do anything against it. So Srila Prabhupada Pranam Mantra saved that Mataji, and this is her real life experience.
You saw the power in the mantra and the power in Srila Prabhupada's Pranam Mantra. What is Srila Prabhupada's Pranam Mantra? Can someone tell me? क्या है Srila Prabhupada का प्रणाम
नमो
मंत्र?
विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नित्यानंद नामिने सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी चारिणे निर्विशेषवादी वसत देश तारिणे नमो
Hari Bol, a big Hari Bol to Vasandraj. Yeah, so this is Prabhupada Pranam Mantra. We should chant Prabhupada Pranam Mantra at every round. Yeah, so that we get mercy of Prabhupada. Our chanting becomes very powerful when we take shelter of our Guru. Yeah, very, very important thing. And maybe one last video, I'll see if I can show you. 1 second. This is how Prabhupada, 1 second. Let me just show you this video. Let me share this. This is how, Srila Prabhupada eventually, thousands and thousands Rath Yatra festival he established. And so many wonderful things that there's just one Rath Yatra video I have, I think. Yeah, 1 second. Just let me show. Thousands and lakhs people are there. All white people sing this mantra.
people follow, imitate Americans. I am traveling all over the world. Everywhere I see they're trying to manufacture the skyscraper building, imitating your country. So, if you kindly become Krishna conscious and chant and dance in ecstasy, emotional love of God, the whole world will follow you and it will be Vaikuntha. There will be no more trouble. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Yeah, so you saw lakhs and lakhs of people. Now we have millions and billions of people across the globe, yeah, who are following Krishna consciousness. Yeah. So this was about Srila Prabhupada. Now I hope you know Srila Prabhupada well. You can hear so many videos are there, and you should read Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita. So everything is in story form. और इतना कुछ philosophy नहीं है, आप सब लोग पढ़ सकते हो, yeah. So try to read. If you do not have a copy, I can arrange to send you a copy. I can also arrange to send you a small summarized copy of Srila Prabhupada's life history. If you want, anyone is interested, you can let me know. I will arrange to send you a copy. Okay, just message me through a personal message. I will arrange and send you a copy. Okay. Now there's a quiz at the end. Yeah. So if you have, heard everything very sincerely, then you'll be able to attempt it.
Mataji, you said in this class we can do also quiz.
Yes, quiz. I'm sending you. Everyone ready? I'm sharing the link on the chat. Okay. So here is the link. Come on. Everyone can attempt. Please do not leave without attempting. Okay. Yeah. So I am stopping the recording now.